New York is a very unique place for small business financing because there is a lot of competition. There are many businesses that don't qualify for traditional financing from banks or from the SBA. So that niche leaves a wide open market for a mirror merchant.
We do working capital for small businesses, primarily restaurants, retailers, delicatessens.
If a call comes in, we need to distribute it to the proper person very quickly.
Someone initially screens the phone calls and then it's sent to a sales hunt group. Every single time a phone call comes in, we know exactly what product they're looking for. Avaya IP Office is integrated with our Salesforce.com system. They see the merchant's name, phone number, the business name, the state that they're calling from.
The salesperson can pick up right away and speak to a mirror merchant's merits. As Vice President of Business Development, I receive a report so I can see daily basically how many phone calls were made, who the phone calls were made to.
The tracking and the capability to examine all of this data means more deals and more sales for a mirror merchant.
We have a very busy practice, probably one of the larger ones in the greater Cincinnati area. We offer your traditional animal hospital. We do a lot of grooming. We do mobile veterinary care. Pets are part of the family. You know, if your pet comes in sick, you want updates, you want them as often as you can get them. And that's really where IP offices come in, just taking things to an entire new level. When somebody calls in to the hospital, if they're just calling in to schedule grooming, they just press 2. And that can start the conversation a lot faster and easier. When a phone call comes in, she just drags and drops. When the phones get overloaded, if they can't get to it within like 6 or 7 seconds, the phone system brings the appropriate group. The customer calls in and says, hey, I want to talk to Dr. Stamper. The technician can scan that, listen to that voicemail. If the doctor needs to call this customer back directly, they actually forward that to the vet center in the back where the doctors are working, and it goes up on a projection screen on the wall. We do mobile veterinary care. It's a moving exam room, and we literally have IP phones in the unit. We put in a router, and we hooked up one of these little broadband cards. They can just pick up and talk to the person on line 1. That's probably one of the most cutting edge things that I know of that can be done with a phone system.
We're artist representatives. We're responsible for taking an artist that might be up and coming or developing their skills and guiding them. We've been a Nortel house since our company started. Avaya had integrated into their new system the ability to hook up Nortel hardware to an Avaya IP Office system, and for us that was a huge plus. With the IP Office, we have software that we install on our agents' laptops called SoftPhone. And as long as they have access to Wi-Fi, they can stay connected by making phone calls, receiving phone calls. We had one of our executives spend 2 weeks in China. He was using his soft phone the entire time. When he checked out of the hotel, all the other people he was traveling with had long-distance charges of $3,000 to $4,000 on their hotel bill. He had zero, because the entire time he was using his soft phone.
The agency group now has a Avaya IP office in Toronto and its headquarters in London, and Nortel systems at its offices in Los Angeles, New York, and Malmo, Sweden.
And we're able to continually communicate with the other offices using a 4-digit extension. The Avaya people assured us that they had taken all the steps necessary to integrate Nortel functionality into the IP Office system, and they were true to their word.
Scott & Scott is an intellectual property and technology law firm. I'm in IT. I make sure everyone gets the technology support they need, including communications. For years, our offices were in downtown Dallas. Management made the decision to cut the commuting time to give people the option to work from home. The question arose, how are we going to handle calls and keep everybody in touch? And I said, well, I have an idea. Upgrade our IP Office solution to the newest version, which supported lots of mobile office options. With the Avaya IP Office, people can work from home, they can work from their mobiles, they can still come to the office, they can work anywhere. At home, they log in via the VPN to the office, and they use the soft phone and the 1X software. The software is a complete replacement for the phone. It shows who else is online, what their status is, whether they're available or busy. Everyone has a single Scott & Scott reach number. Depending on what profile the user has selected in the 1X software, the system will send the call wherever it's supposed to go. If you're in court, you're always reachable at that same number. If you miss a call, the IP Office system digitizes it, attaches it to an email, and sends it to you. If you get a fax, you can see it on whatever device you're using. There's no need for a dedicated fax machine. We do bi-weekly conference calls with clients. Everyone can call into the IP Office conference bridge. We can also use IP Office to record calls and review the call later.
The value is immeasurable. From a financial point of view, the Avaya system has paid for itself within a year.